oftentimes at April Fools, you get companies getting on the act, and they tell you they're going to do things which turn out not to be the case. It's just an April Fool's joke. So I try to pick ones that were kind of in some way related to me. So this first one is Hulu. You know we don't really have them in England. It's like a Netflix thing, but in America, right? In 2017, they announced the launch of Who, which is and it has a little tagline, TV abbreviated, in which they were launching a new service that would condense shows into 8-second long versions of the show. So if you want to watch, I don't know, Battlestar Galactica, but you don't, I don't know why I said that, but you don't have to watch the full 30-minute episode. You could watch an 8-second summary, right? But of course it was not real. It was simply poking fun at the fact that our attention spans as humans are reducing, apparently now to 8 seconds.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's why TikTok exists, right?
I wish they could do that for YouTube videos. I watched this little hairy fella make videos on, and he eats. But if I could just condense the introduction, because what he does is 4 times in the introduction, he tells me exactly what he's eating, where he's eating, and how long the time limit is in the previous records. But he'll say it first in a vlog setting, then he'll say it with the manager in a vlog setting, and then he'll sit down and repeat it again and say it.
You clearly haven't watched like any of my recent videos because I barely even get the time right. I'll sit down there and then tell them. But anyway, like that's testament to the support of my loyal subscribers that they're willing to endure that. And I don't know, what was the last video? 1.3 million views in 24 hours. I was a PR record breaking. I'm gonna for stuff like that. I'm gonna bring in some confetti. I should have done that. I just went, yeah. Thank you for everyone that watched that one. Yeah. But yeah, fuck you. What's the next one?
Right, so I've got one. Oh, so those that like, I was going to plan on pranking you guys for starters. So this episode was actually going to be Paddy Pimblett joins us in the studio. And I was going to have the thumbnail. I was going to do everything and be like, this was going to be the one where we had Paddy the Baddie in, and then obviously you get into it and it's not there. And I thought that's fucking hilarious.
It's not. Luckily, George and I are in tune with the
kids.
Yeah, the vox populi, right? And we knew that if we did that, then people would get very mad, obviously, because people are, oh yeah, and it wouldn't be a payoff where people are like, oh, that's funny. They'd be like, raging. So we didn't do that. We talked them out of it. Fortunately,
I am going to do it on Instagram though. I'm going to post like a little like Paddy's coming in. On April 1st.
Just post that picture of that bloke that looks a bit like me with Conor McGregor. Again, yeah, because people fall for it every time.
Yeah, true, they do. Right. So I was doing my research. So apparently there's a radio station that caused an entire cliff to collapse into the ocean with a prank. So in 2001, a DJ in Brighton said that the replica of the Titanic would be seen on Beach Head in Sussex. So hundreds of people went to Beach Head to obviously view this thing because they didn't want to miss it. So they drove from miles to check it out. Later, the Coast Guard said that they found a large crack in the cliff face, and it was caused by the weight of how many people were waiting there to see this Titanic replica. A few days later, the actual cliff collapsed.
Well, it's a good job it didn't collapse while they were on the cliff.
How bad's that?
Oh, imagine like the remorse you would feel. Well, I would hope you would feel.
You won't even lose sleep, you sick fuck.
Anyway, next one. Is 2017 Burger King. I like the idea of this one. Burger King kicked off April Fool's Day with a goofy internet ad for Whopper flavored toothpaste, which people were excited to try out. Probably not most people, but weird people. But it turned out to be a phony. It wasn't real.
Fugazi.
Yeah. But I'd try that. I had some years ago. Mrs. Beer, she bought me some bacon flavored toothpaste, which was actually all right. It's a bit like when you clean your teeth at night. It feels a bit wrong that you're doing that and then you've got this taste of bacon in your mouth as you go to sleep. But
you used it like you didn't like just middle of the day go, oh yeah, it tastes like bacon. You actually used it.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to waste, am I?
Oh, that's grim. That.
Well, it was all right. I quite like the taste of bacon. What is it about mint that obviously it makes your breath minty fresh, right?
Yeah.
So it feels right that most toothpaste is mint flavored. But if you recall, when you're a kid, you get all types of flavored toothpaste.
Yeah, but it's not like fruity or mint. It's not like
admittedly, it's not bacon.
Cheeseburger.
We didn't have fucking chunks of bacon in there, lad. Like it was just bacon, synthetically bacon flavored. But yeah, I used it. Sue me. What's the next one?
Have you ever done any April Fool's pranks?
Yeah, well, yeah, but not like normally quite cruel. I did this one. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on the podcast before. Did I tell you like years ago? Police turned up at my house, right? When I lived with my mum. at home. Because where I live, somebody had been like trying to get women into their car, and they were driving a Mini, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you this?
You did, yeah.
Did I say that on the podcast?
I think you might have done, but
Well, I'll
it.
quickly repeat it, right? So somebody had been reported trying to get women into his car, right? But and I used to drive a Mini, right? And it was a Mini with like PacMan decals on the roof, right? It's a bright yellow Mini. So the cops come from my house one day, like, can we question your son? My mum was like, oh my God, yeah, of course. So I'm sat there like, what's going on? Like, were you on York Road? People from Leeds might know that at this time of day. And I'm thinking, actually, I probably was, because I'd gone to the gym just by chance. They're like, oh, okay, because we got this report of this happening. And yes, a guy is trying to get women into his car, driving a cream Mini. And I just kind of went, my Mini's like bright yellow with Pac-Man decals. And do you think they might have mentioned that and not said it's cream? But anyway, long story short, they were like, yeah, we just got to check, everyone that owns a Mini in the area. I'm like, oh, sweet, yeah, cool. So anyway, that was a couple of weeks before April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day rolls around. And I text my mum, I'm like, Mum, I've been arrested. They said that they think I'm the guy that's done it. Do you remember that they questioned me a few weeks ago? I said I'm in like Millgarth police station or whatever, or Killenbeck. I can't remember where I said I was. I said, I need some money for bail. Can you come down and help me? And I'm just like sending like crying emojis and stuff like that. So my mum calls me. She's like, Adam, oh my God, what's going on? And I kept it going for maybe about a minute. And then I'm like, Mum, what date is it? She's like, what do you mean, what day is? I'm like, what's the date today? She's like, oh, you bastard. Because she's like really gullible, my mum. So she fell for it. But I did that. And then a couple of years ago, when we lived at the old house, I heard Lynn's coming and I just pretended that I was unconscious. So when she came to the top of the stairs, I was just lying there, like, she was like, Adam! And I was like, April Fool's. And she was like, yeah, smacking me and stuff. That's the only two that spring to mind.
I can't imagine him being that fun, can you?
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
Shut the fuck up. What's your big story?
All right, so 2015, Manchester Police Department in the UK decided they were going to April Fool's everybody. And they did a tweet saying, know someone in prison, you can get them released early by voting for them on here. The prisoner with the most votes will also win a holiday.
That's got like a Running Man vibe to it. You ever seen Running Man?
No.
Of course you haven't seen Running Man.
Have you seen Jackass 4D?
No.
But imagine that. Imagine if you're like a popular prisoner and you get all the votes, everyone's going mental.
I mean, I feel like there should be some ramifications for doing something like that now.
I think that's good. I think
it's a lot. But I mean, aren't there a couple of police forces who over the years of like on Twitter and stuff done stuff like that where they're poking fun at things?
I think some police forces put articles out just to provoke more
white people.
To white people up. Yeah, I've seen some headlines recently where I'm like, you're doing this for the clicks, man. You put in this prison, like I've seen prisoners with like, go on Facebook, right? Follow West Yorkshire Police, and they'll put a mugshot up of somebody like.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't know. I have to cut this out. But they'll put a mugshot up of like somebody with like a fucking half their ear missing, saying this guy's like reportedly on the run. And you go in the comments and there's like people like the funniest people on the internet are in those comments taking the piss out of the people with like half an ear, with like one-liners and stuff. Like it's the best place on the internet.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I thought I was going to go.
Well, there were another one,
place.
but I thought if I say that, I will get like cancelled.
Chill. Am I?
You're going, mate.
Yeah. Next one, sorry, I like the idea of this one. Sun Life. They're called AXA Sun Life now, aren't they? Insurance company. I think they're English or British. The article here that I got says we've all heard about celebrities and athletes that insure their body parts, from Miley Cyrus's tongue, which is apparently insured for $1 million, to Bruce Springsteen's voice for $6 million, or even a 21 million premium on Kim Kardashian's bum. Didn't know that. How can you insure your ass?
Which part, like the whole or like the cheeks?
It's best not thinking about it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, so Sun Life, in 2016, they announced that they were going to, complete with a video, which I could probably send you, George, if you need it. They announced beard insurance for the bearded man who is protective of his facial fuzz. They announced that they were going to offer that. There was no quotation for that. I imagine the premium that you pay might vary depending on how good your beard is. So if you had something like George, you'd be paying a $5. If you had something like me, you're probably going to be paying £2 premium or something. Yeah, it turned out to not be real, obviously, because you could just shave it off and do a massive insurance con job.
I suppose that's like any other insurance job, isn't it? Like, cars going, set your car on fire. Oh, somebody arsoned my car.
Arsoned.
Lose your
I'm not
phone.
sure that it's
Lose your phone, get a new
not
phone.
sure arsoned is a verb.
Google it. It's definitely, it is.
I arsoned it last night. It doesn't sound right. I wonder how that works, like insuring body parts, especially a voice. That's not even like you could insure your vocal cords, but how can you insure a voice? That's kind of an intangible thing, isn't it? And especially if you get older, could you not make a claim because my
Sounds
voice
like
is
you work for the insurance company. That sounds like a little fucking creepy little way around. Well,
my dad used to. My dad's whole life was spent in insurance, and I did some occasional part-time work for him. So I have a little bit of knowledge of the industry, but not a great deal.
That's the bullshit. That's why it annoys me that you have to pay such a premium, and then whenever you need to claim on an insurance, they come out with shit like that.
Yeah, try to get off the. I'm a bit phlegmy today. Yeah, they do. But I mean, that's insurance. You're gambling on.
Fart? What was that noise?
Oh, me laughing.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the next one?
All right. So in 2001, Hooters server Jody Berry from Florida won a contest wherein the server who sold the most beer could win a Toyota.
Goodness me.
Yeah. So when Berry went to her car, she was.
That's like a Mr. Beast giveaway. Fucking
yeah.
Toyota. Who wants one of those?
Like I'm winding it back.
All right, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not. You've ruined it anyway. When she got to her car, she was given a Yoda doll from Star Wars. Do you get it? A toy Yoda.
Oh, that's really mean. Because she probably tried really hard that day.
She was so angry that she hired a lawyer and sued the restaurant owners for breach of contract and fraudulent misrepresentation, according to USA Today.
Did she win?
The two parties later settled for an undisclosed amount.
I'm happy for it, especially because it's Hooters, man. Like, fuck Hooters.
For a toy Yoda. I get it. I was like,
it's a good joke, but like, yeah, you could if you're actually actively making people sell stuff to then be rewarded by a toy Yoda. You're gonna get in trouble there, aren't you? Oh, yeah, it's me.
it's like we talked about this? The guy who sued Pepsi for the jet.
Yeah.
This Dude, Where's My Jet? That's a good documentary.
I am watching.
Have you seen it?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Have you not seen it? Have you not seen it? Yeah, you fucking wankers.
I think the only reason you watched that is because you thought it was a fucking sequel to Dude, Where's My Car? I'm 100% certain of that's the reason you watched it.